Hello everybody, so this video is entitled Did Stretch Really Fail? I see X capitulating, claiming that Stretch didn't work because it didn't hold the peg at 100, it's now at 98. And of course the point of this video is to compare Stretch to strategy and to Bitcoin to actually establish whether it failed or not. This video is to tell you that I've seen FUDsters double down against Stretch and MSTR over the past few days. They are not helping the sentiment around crypto. Now moving towards extreme fear pretty quick. Crypto sentiment is really bad as the indices keep breaking new all-time high and crypto keeps dropping. And people are complaining, of course, Stretch trading at 98, 97.9 as I record this or something like that. But of course, we have to ask ourselves under what background? What's the backdrop? It's trading at 98 towards a backdrop where Bitcoin was well above 80K just 2 weeks ago. A little longer than 2 weeks ago. We were like at 82. So this is absolutely nonsensical to say that the asset failed when the underlying is down 15-16%. And Stretch itself is only down 2%. The underlying over a 2-week period is down 15%, 16%. Bitcoin over 1 week is down 10%. Stretch hasn't really moved whatsoever. Stretch is still trading roughly at 100. And crypto has just been in free fall. It gets worse by the day. So actually people holding Stretch right now are looking pretty good. If you ask me, they're looking pretty good compared to actually people who hold MSTR stock or people who hold Bitcoin like me who are not looking too good. It's extremely frustrating. But we always knew this could happen. I've always said on this channel that MSTR is not going to fare well. MSTR will never do well when Bitcoin crashes, and Bitcoin has taken a turn for the worse. Bitcoin is down 14% over the past month. Strategy is down 23% over the past month. Normally, if Bitcoin is down 14%, I would expect strategy to be down 21%. Strategy is down 23%. Not that big of a difference. We are roughly trading at 1.5 times leverage over Bitcoin. And Stretch is trading at a leverage of essentially none. And you know, the dividend will get paid. There will be a dividend on Stretch coming up on the 15th of July, coming up again. So the market is absolutely crazy here. And that's because we are in a prolonged bear market. The bear has been getting more bearish by the day. My crypto market cap fear and greed index that I use, the preferred one, there's way more bearish ones out there. But it's well into the fear category, headed towards extreme fear at the speed at which we are dropping. And why is Bitcoin dropping? Why is MSTR dropping? Why is Stretch dropping? Because nobody seems to care about Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is not the current thing. The current thing is AI, and because the current thing is AI, people are selling their ETFs. The manipulation, of course, makes things worse because small sell-offs get turned into bigger sell-offs because then the market maker are incentivized to make the sell-off sharper in order to trigger more liquidation, worse liquidation. So it worsens things. Market makers worsen things, but the ETFs are the main culprit. People selling Bitcoin, giving up on Bitcoin in order to go buy assets that have 2x, 3x in the case of SKNX, 3.5x, more than 4x in the case of Micron, and that's in just 6 months. And so all I can tell you is, well, two things. First of all, of course, 3 weeks ago, a lot of accounts were extremely bullish, saying, oh, we're at 90K at the end of May, 90K at the end of May. It's a good time to reevaluate people who seem to be making price predictions. I have no idea where Bitcoin is headed, to be clear. I have absolutely no idea. But people making big price predictions 3 weeks ago were wrong. And now you have a lot of people, of course, making predictions on X, saying it's heading to 50, it's heading to 40. I have no idea where this is headed. But people are extreme, and they do the predictions for the views. They do it for the views. What I can tell you is I prefer an asset that hasn't really moved that much over an asset that has done a 4x in a matter of 5 months. 4.5, well, almost 4.5x in 5 months in the case of Micron. Because an asset that has 4x in 5 months, when the revenue doesn't do a 4x in 5 months, which is not the case of these companies, to me, that's where the risk here is. Because people are getting greedy. People are getting greedy. I like to buy when people are getting fearful. And people are really getting fearful on Bitcoin. So I find Bitcoin to be one of the best risk-adjusted deal in the market still to this day. And even though it is extremely frustrating what's happening to Bitcoin, it seems like Bitcoin is trading, I still think, primarily to the Middle East news, because Bitcoin is a global asset. So it's trading away from US AI stocks and more about and the Middle East news. That's what I think. But to a lesser extent, we probably have a more long-term bearish pattern, as in a lot of people are selling these ETFs to chase AI and just forgetting about Bitcoin. And of course, this is not the ethos of Bitcoiners, who are all about low time preference, who are all about thinking about the long run. So this is an opportunity. It's very cheap, but then again, we don't need that opportunity because it has been cheap for a very, very long time. It would be nice if we stopped having so many opportunities. I've had plenty of opportunity now. Time for it to run. Unfortunately, it's not the case. It's AI's time. I still fundamentally believe our time will come, but I guess it's not today. We have to be patient. But Bitcoin, I've been developing this thesis. Bitcoin behaves a lot more like real estate than people think. Real estate hasn't gone anywhere in 5 years. Bitcoin, in my view, if I were to overlay Bitcoin to a real estate chart, it'd be very similar. Or Tesla, right? Some assets just haven't gone anywhere in 5 years. The market has forgotten about them, and it can't last forever. At some point, something will break, either to the upside or the downside, and we'll finally know what's going on. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I hope you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.